Congressman Michael Waltz is with us from Florida as we watch the Democrats gather for their caucus meeting. Congressman, what are you thinking this afternoon as President Biden, we understand, is about to make his way over to the Hill?
Well, this has just been a massive overreach on the progressives' part from the beginning. I mean, this is a massive bill, the biggest expansion of our entitlement and welfare state since LBJ, since FDR, that really a combination of both. Yet both of those presidents had massive supermajorities, and we have a split House and a split Senate. Yet they went for the home run anyway, and now the chickens are coming home to roost. We've watched on the sidelines because no Republicans were invited into any of these negotiations in the House, but we've watched Speaker Pelosi talk out of both sides of her mouth, make promises to progressives, make promises to moderates, get pinned down on a deadline on the infrastructure bill, and now, again, the chickens are coming home to roost. But I have to tell you, to Neil's point, just the interest on our debt now is approaching the size of our entire defense budget. This is going to be such a massive load on future generations. And I look at it from a national security standpoint. The Chinese theory of victory isn't World War III. The Chinese theory of victory is the United States imploding economically and no longer being able to afford to be the nation's superpower. Wow. I mean, to be the world's superpower. And that's what, historically, that's what we're on the cusp of doing right now.
Yeah. It just makes me think about COVID and about this virus and about the origins of the virus and the work that's going into figuring out what was going on in China when it was released. And you look on top of that at the deaths from fentanyl we were talking about last night, 100,000 on top of the nearly 700,000 COVID deaths. And you think about the economic undermining of the United States of America as a result of these kinds of factors, and you wonder what's going through their mind as they look at the idea of spending this kind of money. They're probably. I would imagine it heartens them as they look at the future.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting the country in a Ferrari and driving it right off a cliff. It's right off the fiscal cliff. And, Manchin said it best, actually. Just yesterday, he said, we can't afford the Medicare, the Medicaid, and Social Security that we currently have. The current budget scoring has that going upside down in just 5 years and going insolvent. Right. Yet they're looking at doubling and tripling the amount and adding on top of it. It defies any kind of common sense.
Yeah. No, you're right. And, any other organization would have to prove that they were handling those programs efficiently in order to double the size of them or triple the size of them to add even more of these programs that will go bankrupt in quick order. Thank you, Congressman. Great to have you with us today. Thank you, sir.
Okay.